Hello, I hope you're doing well and that you're seeking God to be an active part of your life. We're dealing with very difficult times right now. Many people are hurting. Many people are anxious. Many people are depressed. And I hope that you're considering and sticking with God. He is there for each and every one of us. The title of today's lesson is about letting God flow. Now, as I recall, nearly 20 years ago when I did my first sermon, I was so nervous. I wrote down every word that I was going to say because I did not want to make a mistake and have to be corrected later. I also reflect over the last 20 years. Being in the congregation that was small. And there weren't many men part of worship. So on a moment's notice, the men who were active in worship could be called to do something. Now, although that put many men, what I call Johnny on the spot, for me it also gave me the opportunity to grow. Now, Moses writes in the book of Genesis, actually not in the book of Genesis. Let me go to 1 John. John writes about the Word was there in the beginning. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. And as you become an active Christian, you see, God will begin to flow in your heart. And then you can be more comfortable with whatever setting that you may be in. Now, as I've talked about worship, where many Christians, where we really struggle, is how we convey conversations with others. And some of the most difficult times is about our families. We don't want to get into certain arguments. But God tells us the Word is with Him. And if we're seeking Him through His Son, then we'll be ready. Now that takes someone to be focused and serious about their Christianity. Part of being a Christian is growing. And that makes a lot of us very uncomfortable. You can be all that you need to be in God. Through His Son, He gives us this opportunity. Think about where you have been, where you're at right now. Now, for some Christians, you can look back at your old life and say, Where I'm at right now, I've come a long way. And that's good. God wants all of us to continue to strive and let Him permeate and flow in us. We're not going to get there if we don't have the faith. If we're not putting Him first in our lives. If we seek the kingdom first, everything else will be added. But we have to have that faith first. I remember the day my son decided to turn his life over for Christ. We were at a church rally. Out of state. And the gentleman that spoke, you could tell God was flowing through him. He put his Bible on the podium and he delivered with pinpoint accuracy of God. There was no teleprompter. There were no notes. God flowed through him. Those are the type of Christians that God is wanting us to have. He wants us to be those type of Christians. Jesus is light, and in Him there is no darkness. Now's the time to turn your life over. Don't wait until it's too late. So many people think they have time. And they don't. God is willing and He is ready for you to turn your life over.